Hey guys, it's GameFace and welcome back to episode 4 of my Leicester City career mode. Now today we are going to kind of have a bit of a switch around. Usually I do some more transfers at this stage, but when you have, 1.5 million left, there's not really that much room in the budget to bring in too many other players. So we're just going to mainly focus on getting rid of players and hopefully getting some offers in this episode. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes basically. But we're also going to focus on the league as well, trying to play some more games. Got Spurs in my third match in the league. So we'll have to hopefully try and win that one. We've also got Bournemouth coming up as well at the end of the month and a few fixtures the next month. But yeah, we are going to hopefully have to try and increase our position currently in the league. We are 7th at the moment. We obviously need to try and get up there as much as possible, but we are only 2 games in, so it's not massively worrying that I'm 7th. But yeah, hopefully we can get ourselves 3 points against Spurs. I'm going to put out this team to play against them. Jamie Vardy starts up front, and I think you can see the rest of those players. But before I get into this game, if we could go hit 25 likes on this video, we really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to go subscribe as well if you haven't already. And for those of you who don't know, I will be uploading slightly less consistently over the next probably 2 weeks or so, just because I've got mock exams and a few things like that. So if episodes are shorter, okay, someone wants to join the party. If episodes are shorter and less consistent, then I do apologise, but that's just the way it's going to have to be for the next couple of weeks, sadly. But let's go on with this game now and hopefully get ourselves another 3 points. Here we go. I want to be up there with Tottenham this year. I really want to try and battle against them. We've got a good side, Tottenham, as we all know. Some really good youngsters coming through the team, so very exciting stuff. It looks like Harry Kane will be playing for them. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see how we get along. Whether Dele Alli's playing this team, I'm not too sure. We'll have to look out for him though as the match goes on. Drinkwater looking for Mark Albrighton. Cuts back inside and it's deflected in. We've got a bit of luck 7 minutes in. That's not a good start for Tottenham. We are at home in this fixture and we've got ourselves a goal just 7 minutes in. Brilliant bit of passing just in behind and in between the midfield and defence. Cuts back onto his right foot and a huge deflection from Vertonghen puts it behind Vorm, who I don't know why they always seem to start Vorm, but they have gone and got ourselves a goal, and it will go down as Mark Albrighton's goal, actually. Danny Drinkwater's getting nice and far forward for us. Going to cut back onto his right foot, so that was a shot, but it's ended up looking like a cross, and we've got ourselves a corner from it, 30 minutes in here. And we are starting to play a little bit more like Leicester City, which is good to see. Drinkwater getting quite far up the pitch, and a brilliant ball into Shawcross, who couldn't quite head it on target. Kante's won it back off Dele Alli. That's brilliant play from him. Now then, Danny Drinkwater again, nice and far up the pitch. And the cross wasn't very good. That is it. It is half time now. We are still winning the game 1-0. Decent first half performance from us, actually. We have played very well. We're going to keep the team exactly the same, though, going into the second half. Hopefully make some changes in about 15 minutes or so. Mason's come on for Dele Alli. So, yeah, obviously we're happy with his performance, which to be honest wasn't that good in the first half. We've got an injury here for Danny Drinkwater, I think it is. Looks like a shoulder injury, but we'll have to wait and see it till after the match. And that means we've got a chance to see our new signing, who we've actually played a couple of games before, Camarasa, who hopefully can fill in nicely for him for the time that he's out as well, because it might be that it could be a couple of weeks here. Looks like it might be a shoulder one, but it's difficult to tell. But yeah, we have had to make that change due to Danny Drinkwater being injured. Camarasa's going to have a shot, and it's a good save from Vaughan, who maybe could have actually parried that in a different position, or maybe held on to it. But a decent strike yet again from our centre mid, who does seem to have good long shots from what we've seen in game. We've won ourselves a free kick here. Mahrez to take. Is it going to be any good? No, nobody can get on the end of it. Can our left back get there? Doesn't look like it. And it will be a free kick to Tottenham. Some more changes to make. I'm going to bring off Mark Albrighton. I'm going to bring on Dyer. And I think what I'll do is I'll put Mahrez onto the left and Dyer onto the right. And we'll also bring on our new-ish signing. I suppose we started bringing him in, I think, in the very first episode. But we'll bring him on and we'll take off, I think, Okazaki. Just give him a bit of a rest. And we'll swap around Jamie Vardy and Ikazel, I think is how you pronounce his name. So yeah, hopefully they can improve the squad. And we'll see how they do with about 15 minutes left. Jamie Vardy passes it to Ikazel. Now then, can he run through and get past Alderfield? It looks like he's got more pace here. And the finish wasn't quite there. But it was for Dyer, luckily. Brilliant finish, I think, on the half volley in the 90th minute. We've made it 2-0, doubled our lead. And that's a brilliant strike from Nathan Dyer. Brilliant little finish, that one, actually. If we can watch it back on the replay. Decent run here, though, from Ezekiel. And good save, I suppose, from Vorm. But a decent strike in the end from Dyer, 2-0. And that is it. It was virtually the last kick of the game. We've won the match 2-0 and we got the 3 points. And Danny Drinkwater is going to be out for 4 weeks with a sprained ankle. I had a feeling it would be a couple of weeks by the way he went down, but I didn't realise it was a sprained ankle. I thought it was his shoulder. But that win pushes us up to first place for the time being, as there are a few other games that have not been played yet. So we could actually see Villa or West Brom, Stoke, Southampton or Chelsea. In fact, not Southampton, but Chelsea could certainly go top if they were to win the game. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes in the next few days. But transfer offer in here for Dean Hammond. Now, I believe this is the player that we recalled from his loan in order to try and sell him, I think. So hopefully we can try and do that. Sell him off to Middlesbrough. I can't remember where he was loaned out. It might have been Middlesbrough, to be honest. Can't remember. And yeah, hopefully they do agree to that one. Let's take a look at the player drills now. We've got another 5 players to again train this week. Hopefully get them up in overall. And if not, some attributes might go up here. And yes, 3 for our new striker. Amati's gone up to 71 overall now. And it does look like a better player. Kante is nearly at 78, which will be, I'm sure, happening over the next couple of weeks, along with Mahrez going up soon, I imagine. And yeah, let's move on now to see if I get any more emails about players wanting to leave. Dean Hammond, again, we've got an email back here from Middlesbrough. They want to pay 500 grand for him, and we are going to up it to 520. If they match that, they can have him. I know it's a little bit scroungy, the fact that I've gone with an extra 20 grand on that, but that's the way it is. I want to try and get as much money as possible for him. And David De Gea wants to leave Man United. Don't think we'll be able to sign him, but you never know. And yes, Middlesbrough have accepted the counter-offer that I put in for 520 grand, so they've gone ahead with that. Hopefully we can get some more money in and potentially try and upgrade the squad. And Sissoko has demanded to be transferred. Another player this time. 80 overall, it's a right mid. I quite like Sissoko, to be honest. Just whether I'll be able to sign him. I mean, he's on, what, 70 grand a week? 12 million he's worth as well. So yeah, I don't think I'll be able to pay that sort of amount. Player sold. Dean Hammond's gone to Middlesbrough. We've only got 450 grand for him. I can't believe that. But his wage should help us out quite a bit. Maybe not actually. Only 6 grand as his wage. Which, yeah, isn't great. I was hoping to try and get some more wage in than that. But it doesn't look like we will. And I'm going to have a quick look at some other players, but if I can't find any, then we will just, I think, continue on with the rest of, with the current squad that I've got for the rest of the season. We'll just have to wait and see if I can find any with a few days left. Transfer offer in here for Joa. Now, finally, we can get him out of the door, hopefully get his wage, but also in some money as well. Sunderland, 1.9 million. We are going to ask for, obviously, the 2 million. Or do I ask for 2.1? We're going to go 2.1. Why not? He's only worth 2 million. So let's try and get a little bit more than what he's valued at. And see whether they go ahead with that one. I might be a little bit cheeky asking for 2.1. But they should go ahead with it. And they have done. They've accepted it. So hopefully can get an extra 2 million. And what's that about Sissoko being cashed in? Who's he gone to? Liverpool for 12 million. That was his asking price as well. So a decent price I think Liverpool have got for him there, and sadly we missed out on that one. Not that I would have been able to afford him anyway, probably. Let's have a look at the player sold. It is Joey. He's gone to Sunderland. 1.8 million has been added onto my transfer budget, and now this is the time that we try and find a tall striker that we can try and bring in as a replacement for Joa. Let's see. I'll have a little look through them, and I'll try and find a good deal that we can put in for one of these players. Okay, I think we're going to try and sign Traore. We're going to make him our next signing, I believe. We've just about got enough money, I think, to try and get him in. We are going to go with, I think, 4 million. Makes sense, 4 million. I know, obviously, he's only worth 3.7, but the chief executive says between 4.6 and 5.4, which I think is a little bit steep for him, to be honest. So maybe I'll stretch it a little bit more, actually, 4.5, just so we're not going back and forth with emails. So we will go 4.5, hopefully try and get him in. But 40 grand a week, he'll probably want 45 or 50, to be honest. So we might struggle to get him in, but we'll give it a go anyway. Okay, so this is the team that's going to come up against Bournemouth. It is an away match, but I brought an inler basically. The rest of the team remains the same. Danny Drinkwater's obviously injured, so he can't play this match. We are going to submit through the calendar in the hope that we get a more realistic result. Let's see how he gets on. Away at Bournemouth. Should be a game that we win. Have we won it? No, we've drawn the game, so it's a point. It's not a bad point, I suppose. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. In this case, we've not got the 3 points. However, Monaco, they want 6.5 million for Traore. Seems very steep, that one, 6.5. We are going to go ahead with the 5 million in the hope that they do accept that. Otherwise, we're going to have to look at some other players that are a bit more affordable. And let's move on to the player drills yet again. Let's go with the exact same 5 players. I only rotate them maybe 10 times throughout the season. So we've got Kante here going up to 78 overall. Finally, Mahrez hasn't quite gone up to 77, but I imagine he probably will next week. But Kante going up is definitely a big positive for us. Pato pledges loyalty to Chelsea. Okay, he's on about moving already. He's only been there like a month or something. But yeah, that's an interesting player. I'd be interested in getting him in, actually. 12.5 million, 80 rand a week. Maybe someone has signed on a pre-contract agreement, maybe. And surprise, surprise, Juventus have confirmed Alaba talks. That never happens on career mode. Now then, into transfer deadline day. And I don't know whether we'll get completely through transfer deadline day in this episode or not, because sometimes I like to take it a little bit slower. But we'll just have to wait and see. But good news for us. Monaco have actually accepted the 5 million we put in for Traore, which I wasn't expecting. 40 grand a week is what he's after, which is good for us. And we'll go important first team player. Okay, he doesn't want to relocate, but he could be persuaded. He has rejected the contract offer. We're going to go with 45 and 20% goal bonus, and again, important first team player. If he doesn't accept that, we're going to have to move on to other targets in order to get them in before the end of the transfer deadline day. Finally, he accepts, and we do sign him. Just about all our money is gone here, so we can't really get anybody else in unless Inler goes out on loan. But we have signed Traore, got in our new striker, who is essentially there to give us a bit of height, basically. We don't have too much height going forward, but he could be our player to try and do that. What I might do to the bench now then, is bring on Traore onto there, and he can play as our second striker on the bench. And we've got Armat, who can also play centre-back as well. So it kind of fits a little bit better, I think, the bench like that. Gives us a bit of a height option. He's also left-footed as well, so that'll be good. So I don't think we've got too many left-footers in the team, or certainly not going forward anyway. I don't think we've got any strikers that are left-footed. It's always nice to have a different combination going forward. But yes, I think that is going to be it for this episode. I won't quite finish off Transfer Deadline Day, which gives you guys a little bit of a chance to come up with some suggestions, if there are any that you can get on that sort of budget, because I don't think there are, unless there's free agents out there that I don't know about. That is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you do know this, then please hit the thumbs up button, and also go ahead and subscribe, as I'll be really appreciated. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.